We are at Tudor Hall in Leonardtown, and we're going to see the Mull Dyer Rock. And you can see it right down the way. So this is Tudor Hall. Now this is the Mull Dyer Rock. It used to be at the old courthouse. They just recently moved it, so I'm glad I paid attention to the internet because I would have went to the courthouse and seen it missing. So this is the rock that supposedly, if you touch it, you become cursed. And they just put this Lexan casing over it because it was getting weathered down. So there's the rock. And here's the story of Mull Dyer. Now it depends on which version you read, because they said originally the rock was like 800 pounds. That is not 800 pounds in a river. And then they said it left her an impression of her hand and her knee, if you believe in such things. So they just moved this to Tudor Hall like a month ago. You can see it's a residential area, so oh yeah, so it looks like people left. But there's the rock. And I thought they were going to cover it so you couldn't touch it, because supposedly, like, people say when they get near it, they get dizzy, they get faint, and all this good stuff. Which is funny, because if that's true, this rock used to be just sitting out in the open. Anyone could touch it. You could sit on it, have lunch. So it's funny, it's who you talk to. You talk to hippies. They'll be like, oh, it's got mystical powers, it's cursed, it's all that. And then to ordinary people who don't know, they're like, hey, it's a rock. In fact, I think most people would think, why does this rock have a protective covering over it? But yeah, supposedly you're supposed to see her handprint, though they said over time that it's if there was a handprint, it's gone because so many people have touched it, and due to erosion, which is again why they have this covering, looks like some people have scratched it. But anyways, it's pretty neat, so I'm just going to touch it. So there you go. Supposedly the curse for people who touch it. If you don't know the story of Mull Dyer, whether it's true or not, in 16, I think it was 97, 98, or 17, 97, 98. Anyways, who cares? Actually, does it say on this thing? No, it doesn't have oh, it's 1698, which is funny because you go online and a lot of it says 1697. But yeah, National Guard moved the 870-pound boulder from the woods until it was cautiously moved. Okay, so are they saying that this is 875 pounds? Because that does not look like 875 pounds. I'm not saying it isn't, I'm just saying, does that look like 875 pounds? Mm-mm. And if you were dying, would you really just, and that's how supposedly she was found. Anyways, so there it is. Leonardtown. Drove all the way over here like an hour to touch a rock that's cursed and is in a residential neighborhood. Overlooking I think that's the Chesapeake.
Right,
right over there.
Mm-hmm, that's what I was looking at.